Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17
and Greyshot151 here.
and we're bringing you a review of Avengers Infinity War.
First and foremost, let me just say this out of the bat. No spoilers will be said until the spoilers are on screen.
You will see a giant text saying spoiler warning when we get into spoilers. So
because
we will not talk about anything before.
Because, yeah, I would seriously recommend, if you want our basic recommendations,
Go
hear us
see
out.
it.
Yeah, go see it.
Yes.
But for a little bit more detail, again, non-spoilers, our thoughts on the movie itself.
It is a culmination of a majority of the Marvel films. I would say there are a couple maybe you don't need to see or to have impact, but this is the end game. This is the conclusion of a lot of arcs, of a lot of progress through each of the characters. And it's very interesting to see that.
There's also a little bit of development in regards to the fact that this has been in development for 10 years.
Yes.
So this is not like, we're going to jump right to Justice League. Good job, DC.
Yeah.
This really does feel like it has parts of most Marvel movies. And I do say most because there are a few things.
That's what I mean. There's a couple where it's like you don't necessarily need to. But that being said, each of the characters develop from that. And one thing I will say, the villains. Marvel villains apparently all suck, except for like half a dozen, which are great. Vulture, Killmonger, what else is there? Loki. Trying to think of other good villains. I liked Obadiah Stane. I think he's okay.
Yeah, he was okay.
Other good ones would
Hela.
Hela I thought was good, not great. I enjoyed Zemo. I enjoyed what's his name? Goddamn the planet. Ego. Thank you. But
Ego,
Thanos is
the living planet. Thank you.
Thanos reigns supreme. Thanos is the best Marvel villain. Thanos is on par with the Joker in terms of like how good he is in this film, I would say, and not Jared Leto Joker. I mean, like
Heath Ledger. Well, I would say you understand his purpose. You understand those things. You really get his character, which is very much like, I will say, shows up like, it took Loki, I think, until like Ragnarok to finally get who he is down.
Yeah. And
to see his character evolve. This one, you get like all that character evolution, and it's really refreshing. It's really good. But yeah, no. The action is superb. Is probably some of the best in the series.
A couple shots I am like, that doesn't look necessarily right. But that being said,
the CGI,
98% of this film looks incredible.
Yeah. Not only that, but the comedy in this film works most of the time as well. It's a Marvel movie.
A couple of jokes don't land, but that being said, a majority of them do, which is better than a comedy, I would say.
Yeah, it knows how to throw a punch in regards to comedic effect. Especially with, as you've seen in the trailers, there are plenty of characters that meet. Some for the first time, some they refresh. All of them, though, have their own witty remarks, their own quirks, and seeing them interact against each other is very refreshing. Yeah. And it's just awesome to see all these different worlds, because this is truly the first Avengers movie
that like you see a lot of characters intermingle. And one thing I will say as well that's also awesome is the score. The soundtrack is fantastic. And it's really, really well done. Especially, like, every single moment. You have the, like, more Iron Man moment, Doctor Strange, and also you have the Guardians. Like, that theme. Like, it's just really well done. Now, that being said, there are some nitpicks that we could do to this film.
But we'll hold off on them until spoilers. Our overall...
Is there any nitpick that... Oh, the only nitpick I would probably say is if you go into this movie just for this movie, or maybe just seeing the Avengers
If this is your first Marvel movie, you are going to be so lost.
Yeah. You need to see at least half of the Marvel
This would be the equivalent of walking into, like, Star Wars... This would be the equivalent of, like, walking to Star Wars The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Like, of the 70s. Like, walking and you're like... Who's this guy that's frozen? Who's this Luke guy? What's a Jedi? Like, it would be that much of a slap to the face and, like, reality check.
Yeah.
But no, overall, if you've seen a few of the movies, if you have any inclination, you'll probably get
Return of the Jedi, right?
Yeah, Return of the Jedi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
You saw Phantom Menace, and then you saw... was it
Return of the Jedi?
Return of the Jedi.
You're just like, what?
You're like, man, wait, wasn't there a kid? Is that the kid? What's going on
Whiplash.
Here? Yeah.
But no, yeah, this movie is astoundingly good. I'm honestly kind of interested to see how it holds up, not because of Not because, well, I'm honestly kind of interested to see how this movie holds up over time.
Yeah.
Because walking out of it, I can say it's definitely a movie that will leave an impact. Which why I would give it...
Our anguish is currently being transferred to the cat. That's why she's freaking out right now. You can see her like running back and forth behind the camera.
Yeah, because we have to wait a whole year before the next Avengers movie, because we have 2 movies in front of this: Ant-Man and the Wasp and Captain Marvel.
Yes.
Which have been announced.
And then you have...
Are they part of Phase 3 or Phase 4?
I'm assuming this is still part of Phase 3.
Okay. I don't know.
I believe it is.
Otherwise, overall thoughts on the movie?
Again, go see it. If we had to give a score, I think we're at that point now, I would give it probably a 9 out of 10. Like, just...
My gut... Okay, look, you're going to hate me for this. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10.
Here's my rationale. This movie affected every single person in the audience, which is why I gave it to Quiet Place. This film has, as long as you watch all the Marvel films, is fantastic with the interactions. And again, with a lot of stuff we'll talk in spoilers about the moments. I think it's going to be interesting to see how the next one plays it. But, I mean, this one's like, just going to walk away. Going to walk away. And every single character gets a moment. There are very few that don't get a spotlight or a mention.
Yes. In any case, now we're going to be diving into spoilers. Okay? We're giving you a warning.
I should have made a Deadpool. God damn it! Oh my god, I should have made a Deadpool with my coworkers. I really should have. Almost half of the Avengers die. Your favorites. Black Panther died. He was the first one, like, what? Spider-Man dies.
A gruesome slow death, by the way. He has, like,
in front of Tony Stark. All the Guardians except for Rocket are dead. That's right. Gamora dies beforehand from Thanos. Loki, dead. Idris Elba's character, the Watcher, dead. Anyone? What else is there? Goddamn. Nick Fury's dead.
Valkyrie's dead.
Valkyrie's dead. Korg's dead. Almost like half the Asgardians were captured by Thanos, but the rest are dead. They went there. That's why I'm shell shocked. Is because they killed a lot of people. They open it up with
Loki's death.
Idris Elba's character literally pinned to the ground, like being stabbed. You have all these Asgardian dead bodies, with the other half being escorted out. You have Hulk, who after fighting Thanos, Thanos beats him in single combat, and also Hulk in single combat.
To be fair, Thor did that.
Again, not as quick. And then also, fair point, just stops Thor, and kills Loki after Loki tried to do what he could.
Yeah.
And there's a lot
Loki, by the way, I will say, out of everyone in this movie, it is really Thor. It's like Thanos is the main character. Thor is like the second guy, I will say, out of everyone.
Yeah.
And then...
Iron Man and Doctor Strange are like up there. Cap is up there. Vision and Scarlet Witch have their own side story. That's the thing about this. In Last Jedi, there was side plots that I didn't like, and that kind of dragged it down. Here, every single side plot I thoroughly enjoyed because it added something important.
The only thing I thought was weak was the Vision Scarlet, because I don't think that's had as much fleshing out, but it was still impactful.
Yes, I would still say you could tell they cared for each other. It's not like... A good example would be a relationship that they kind of throw together like The Last Jedi, and it's like, wait, there's no chemistry there.
You can see the chemistry.
Yeah, you can.
But no, it's very... Again, this movie, there's a lot of great action sequences. My favorite probably is the one on Titan, just because of how dynamic it is.
Oh, that dead planet you see in the trailers.
And
that's Thanos' homeworld.
All the I don't want to say the lackeys, but the mini bosses essentially... are all pretty good. Like, they essentially are the equivalent of, like, the Marvel villains of past.
Yeah.
And how fleshed out they are.
Big strong man. Like, deceptive woman.
Magician
and assassin.
Yep.
And I would say the magician character is my favorite out of all of them, by far. Second would probably have to be the woman, and then tied for that last would be Hulkman and that, because you don't really get much...
Yeah, you don't get much interaction, but I will say their deaths are quite satisfying.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Let's do the aliens thing. Have you seen that movie Aliens?
It's old.
Yeah.
Oh God.
It's like, you've seen it's like, so you're like from Footloose, the greatest movie ever. It never was. That's again because you get the Tony Stark, and which, by the way, does the one thing I always wanted. You just see him interact with the Guardians, and you just see him just pause for like 15 seconds. He's just like thinking quietly, looking at them, and then just
sighing,
and it just goes and talks with Spider-Man.
We're here to take names and kick. Oh wait, no, take ass and kick names, and he just like, oh God. Just please come in.
This is what we're dealing with. And then you have Doctor Strange just meditating in the corner. Just
literally having like a seizure.
I'm not dealing with this.
But yeah, no, this movie is an all-star cast. I honestly don't know. I don't want to give that much more away.
Benedict Wong is great. The Doctor Strange is like secondary.
All the characters get a good moment. But Thor, this is Thor's movie, and I liked it so much because of it, because you really feel for the guy. Mm-hmm. They really drive it home.
Chris Hemsworth is such a good actor. Like him literally, and again, you could say like, oh, he's forcing himself to be funny, but no, he's trying to keep himself sane because he's lost. Again, he goes over this. His dad, his mom, his brother, his sister, who he had to murder, his friend, who he just got, everyone who he's ever known is dead or captured, and all the Asgardians are either dead or captured.
He's like, well, what's the upside? It's like, well,
I'm gonna kill Thanos.
What happens if you die? Well, then I'll have nothing to live for. Like,
I have nothing to lose.
Yeah,
it's a moment that they didn't necessarily need to have,
but it was so well. But it's the one moment I would watch again, just because Chris Hemsworth nails home. Also, Tony Stark, I expected him to die so much.
Oh no, the big three: Thor, Tony, Captain America,
all alive.
I thought one of them was going to die. I thought Tony Stark was going to croak, or goddamn Chris Evans as Captain America. Nope, not that. They kill Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, like all these characters. Scarlet Witch is dead. Vision's dead. Or at least decapitated.
No, he's dead.
Or like brain is out. Yeah, I mean, shit. Like, you have a lot of characters, a lot of them dead, and that's why it's so impactful. When everyone was leaving that theater, I was like, quiet. At the end, after credits, you see Nick Fury hitting something to activate, and you see Captain Marvel's logo, so maybe something like that.
My guess is she's the only one powerful enough to help the situation, because her whole shtick...
Watch, they find her and she's gone. She's just been,
Okay, the reason why I say this is her whole shtick is she absorbs energy. So my guess is at the end of Captain Marvel, when the new movie comes out, she's too powerful, so she locks herself away. And then Nick Fury activates that thing saying, hey, we need you back. Or something. I don't...
Because Nick Fury's great because you're literally seeing the city being affected by, like, Thanos essentially over the course. So he does... You don't see it, but he attacks Xandar, so he got the one power. Mm-hmm. He took the second one from Loki. He took the third one from the Collector, which was reality, which I completely forgot he had.
Yep.
The fourth one he grabbed from... what was it? The Soul Stone he did by sacrificing Gamora. The fifth one... Well, I'm sorry, the fifth one was the Time Stone. He got that from Doctor Strange, and the sixth one was from Vision. I thought the Vision one was going to be the quickest one, but no, it's the last one.
Also, I thought the Soul Stone would be in Wakanda underneath. I thought that's why they were attacking.
Nope, it's guarded.
It's guarded by Red Skull.
Red Skull, who's been forced to guard it by the stone, which is amazing. You don't expect him back, and he's like, yeah, he's there. And it's like, oh,
best surprise of the movie in regards to like old characters coming back.
Yeah,
by far, because it was just like, holy shit, that's Red Skull, and I heard gasps through the audience, like, oh my god, it was so good.
There's a lot of those moments. I would probably say the weakest of the plots was actually the Earth one. The Tony Stark interaction with the Guardians, everything was amazing. Thor with Groot, especially when he comes back with not hammer, a goddamn axe
with a wooden handle
from Groot. Groot made his awesome new axe, and it's the only thing that it's a weapon powerful enough to fight Thanos' glove, and it does, but not fast enough. And Thanos snaps his fingers, gets himself out, and everyone starts dying. I
Yeah, this movie is pretty good. I will say it's probably going to leave a lasting impression on a lot of people, and I'm honestly kind of curious to see how this does. Like next,
I said the F word about 10 to 15 times from leaving the theater to.
I'm actually kind of curious to see how this movie does next weekend, because I'm curious what the word of mouth of this movie is going to be. It's gonna be like, it's super epic, and I can't wait for the second one because it really hits home. Like Empire Strikes Back, left you on a down note.
Yes.
And this movie, I think, does it way better than Last Jedi. Last Jedi, you don't think they're in a bad spot at all. Like, I couldn't care less about the next... I mean, I was like, they wrapped up all the storylines. Yeah. What do you do? This one, I'm like, yeah, I want to know what happens. It leaves you in a darker mood, but I still want to know what happens next. That's the thing. I want to know what happens next. And Ant-Man and the Wasp is the next one, and it's basically crack cocaine. Marvel's like dishing out. It's like you're gonna come back for your next hit. And this is guaranteed because you want to see how these Marvel characters come back and how they're revived. There's no way they're killing Spider-Man. They announced Spider-Man: Homecoming 2. Like Spider-Man's coming back.
Here's my thing: Black Panther and Spider-Man are coming back, and I expect Doctor Strange. But that being said, they also what do they do? Like what do you do?
Yeah, and that's what I'm curious to see, because I think
what would probably be amazing in Infinity War that they have to
drop a planet on Thanos.
The next Avengers movie, they're gonna need villains.
Oh my god, yeah, they're gonna need everyone.
And you know what's in the hub right now, or like that underwater base?
Abomination.
Abomination is for Hulk. Yeah, and all those other. You could have every single Marvel villain they have not killed, which is not that many, but everyone that they have not killed and they somehow have captured.
It'd be kind of cool if they got the Defenders.
Look, they're gonna need it. Like, I'm being 100% honest. If you need to get any person you can with powers, they opened up the door because they literally wiped off half the characters that they need to show.
They wiped half the planet.
And that being said, the Defenders don't even have to live. Like, I'm being 100% honest. Daredevil, Jessica Jones, they don't even have to make it through the front door, but they need someone to help open that door so the rest of the Avengers who are alive
they're just at the door just fighting. Okay, guys, you're good.
I love goddamn Luke Cage and all them, and it's just like, look, at this point you're gonna need anyone, and that's why it's like Ant-Man. I don't care if he's on house arrest. You blow up the house and you get that man, and you get the Wasp, and you get everyone else, because you're gonna need every single person you have.
I'm gonna make a bet with you right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna bet that Ant-Man vaporizes and the Wasp is the only one left at the end of the movie.
We made a joke about this leave. Also, there was a guy passing us and I was just like, best of luck. Are you seeing the movie?
There's two people walking
toward. And I'm like, best of luck.
Captain America
that bad. And then you intertwine with like it's terrible. I'm like, don't say that.
Worst movie of the franchise. And the guy just looks at me like, huh? And then I'm like, I'm just kidding. Good luck. Enjoy the movie. And like,
you idiot. Like, goddamn. I'm just telling him like, best of luck, because fucking hell, it hits you like a gut punch. Because I was trying to lighten the mood, because they look. Marvel movies have this grand spectacle for the credits. Like the Black Panther one was great. This, you see every single person's name. Just it. It's just black and white text. Sorry, white text on a black background.
Also, they end it with Thanos will return. And it's just like, you sons of bitches. You sons of bitches.
You know what you're doing. Like I said, I feel like if you're invested in the Marvel universe, there are a couple moments where I'm like, why did Star-Lord, like Thanos is captured, all right? And he's like, you have the Mantis character, like, trying to keep him pinned and, like, trying to keep him from waking up. And, like, while Iron Man and Spider-Man are trying to, Spider-Man, by the way, trying to pull off this thing. And then, like, you have Chris Pratt, like, slowly realizing, like, Gamora's dead. So he starts beating Thanos. And I'm like, you have a gun, and his mouth is open. I just watched Killing Bites. It's not that hard.
I would also like to make note he was doing it out of... He just did it out of... He just wanted him to feel pain, I'm gonna assume. He just did it irrationally. Like, he just wanted to, like, make him hurt, which you don't want to kill... If I was in that situation, like, if someone very close to me died, I would not want that person to die a quick death. I would want to beat them senseless. So I can kind of understand that. Again, that's why, personally, I would give this movie an 8. It's not going to be an Oscar winner, but it is going to be a movie I go back to.
Here's the thing, though. Being completely honest, it may not be an Oscar winner, but goddamn.
It's still good.
Goddamn, give Thanos Best Supporting Character.
Oh, yeah. It's...
when a goddamn
He's the main character.
When Andy Serkis can't get a goddamn nomination, give it to goddamn Thanos. I know I'm joking. Oh, by the way, last remark. DC, get your shit together because Marvel just said...
Marvel just whooped your ass.
Marvel just dropped the mic, walked away, and said, you're never going to be on our level. And just walked away.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman's fantastic, but Wonder Woman's like...
a drop in the bucket.
Black Panther level good. This is just like... Come on. Come on.
Oh, I'm sorry. You wanted to be dark? What was that? We can't hear you of the sound of half the universe dying.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. There's a lot of ash in my ear.
DC is like shitting bricks at this moment. They're like, wait, we can be dark?
You
what?
You know what would be amazing? I just realized in Deadpool 2, if the after credits scene, if they quickly get it done, is Deadpool slowly, like, losing it.
Yeah.
And he dies as well. And it's Deadpool will be in Infinity War. So stupid thing like that. Where he gets,
Deadpool will not be in
or
Infinity
like you see
War.
Chris Evans like go through the portal and you say we need you and he's like
fuck no, go.
It's like something like that. Hell, that would be amazing.
Again,
we could get Deadpool.
Okay, slight tangent.
Yeah.
Also on money, there's gonna be a part where Deadpool time travels and he pisses on Wolverine's grave. I already have this. I already called it. It's going to happen.
And you just see the X and he kicks it over or something. Anyway, if you're a Marvel fan, go see this film. It's great. It's more impactful. There are stakes. It's great. Any case, it's been Greyshot17
and 151,
and we will see you next time.
Later, guys.
Hello everyone, and before I go, I want to give a special shout out to Joey, Ace, Lobo, Leo, Nick, and Tim. Thank you guys so much for your awesome support. You guys rock and help me do what I do. So thank you, and I'll see you guys next time.